Chosen one, hear this now, because what I'm about to speak will stir something deep inside you, something that has been quietly waiting for this very moment. You were not born to walk an ordinary path. Your life has carried a weight, a purpose, a divine imprint that others cannot fully understand. And yet for far too long you may have wondered if anyone, even heaven itself, could see what has been quietly forming within you. Right now, there is a shift taking place in the spiritual atmosphere around you. A new chapter is being written, and the ink is sacred, flowing from a hand that knows the desires of your heart, the struggles you have endured, and the victories that have been quietly stored for you. What you are stepping into is not just a continuation of what was. It is a radical redefinition of your life, a story that will shock many, not because you are reckless, but because your alignment with God has finally intersected with divine timing. Perhaps you have felt the pressure building, the restlessness in your spirit, the sense that you are on the verge of something monumental. Do not mistake this stirring for coincidence. It is not anxiety. It is not mere ambition. It is the whisper of destiny reaching for you. Something hidden, something powerful is rising to meet you. The doors you have longed for are moving even now behind the veil of what you can see. In this moment, I want you to recognize your rarity. You are chosen. You are set apart. And yet the magnitude of what is about to unfold is such that even those closest to you may not immediately understand the weight of what God is placing in your hands. This is the divine surprise, a moment that will illuminate your life in ways that your eyes have not yet comprehended. A calling so profound that it will rewrite the narrative of your journey. Hold this truth close. Your next chapter is being authored by God Himself. Every delay, every closed door, every season of waiting has been preparation. The victories you have longed for, the peace you have desired, the breakthroughs that seem distant, they are converging. And though the world may be unprepared to witness it, you are ready to step into it fully with courage, faith, and an unwavering heart. The revelation of this chapter will not only transform your life, it will serve as a beacon, a testimony of God's faithfulness, power, and precision. And as we move forward together in this message, you will begin to see clearly the signs, the instructions, and the spiritual truths that will equip you to embrace what is already yours. Chosen one, prepare your heart. Your story is about to astonish the heavens and the earth alike. Right now, as your spirit leans into this moment, understand that this message is not merely human insight or motivational thought. This is a direct communication from the one who knows the beginning from the end, the one who has numbered every step you've taken, every tear you've shed, and every silent prayer that has risen from the depths of your heart. The shift that you sense is being orchestrated by a power far beyond earthly comprehension, a divine authority that is personal, precise, and relentless in its care for you. For a long time, it may have felt as though your prayers were echoing into emptiness. You may have questioned whether your struggles had meaning, whether your path had value, or whether your heart's desire would ever see fruition. That season was necessary. It was never punishment nor oversight. It was preparation, a sacred alignment setting the stage for the unveiling of what has been promised, what has been decreed from the very foundations of creation. Every closed door, every silent moment, every instance of waiting was intentional, designed to position you for a breakthrough that will leave no doubt of God's presence in your life. This is why the events that are coming are not random. The timing, the circumstances, the encounters, and the openings that will appear, all of it has been carefully calculated. There is a choreography in the unseen, a deliberate movement of divine orchestration that will intersect with your faith, your readiness, and your obedience. And because of this, you will recognize that nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been accidental. Every moment has been part of a sacred story written before you even knew the words. As you listen, pay attention to the subtle stirrings in your heart, the quiet confidence that rises when fear wants to grip you, the inexplicable sense that something greater is at work. These are not coincidences. These are markers, signatures of the divine reminders that you are held guided and intimately known, even when the world seems chaotic or indifferent. This divine presence is your constant companion, your anchor, and your guide through the transitions that are ahead. And know this, the revelations that will come are not simply for knowledge or comfort. They are meant to equip you to strengthen your faith and to prepare you for action. They are both a confirmation and an invitation confirmation that God has been working in secret on your behalf, and an invitation to step fully into the destiny that has already been prepared for you. As the story unfolds, you will see how your patience, your resilience, and your obedience converge with divine timing. What has been hidden will be revealed. What has been delayed will arrive. What has been impossible will become inevitable. And in this unfolding, your heart will recognize the unmistakable fingerprint of God, guiding, protecting, and elevating you toward the next chapter of your life. This is the season where preparation meets fulfillment, where faith meets action, and where the unseen becomes seen in ways that will astonish your very soul. Now listen closely, because what is coming is both powerful and precise. The next chapter of your life is not a repetition of what has been. It is a divine unveiling, a moment where the hidden aligns with the visible and the work of heaven intersects with your earthly path. You may not see every detail yet, but the outlines are forming and the signs are already being set in motion. A shift is underway, one that will surprise, inspire, and in some ways astonish those who have been watching from the sidelines. You are about to step into a season that will be unmistakably yours. Yet it will carry echoes of mystery, as though heaven itself is orchestrating events just beyond your comprehension. Expect doors to open in ways you never anticipated. Expect encounters that feel orchestrated, conversations that carry weight, and opportunities that arrive with timing too perfect to dismiss as coincidence. The universe is aligning to bring forth what has been silently prepared for you, a chapter written not by chance, but by divine authorship. Yet this unveiling will not be without its intensity. The change that is coming will be visible, undeniable, and in some ways, dramatic. Those who have doubted, those who have misunderstood, those who have tried to define you on their terms will witness a transformation they cannot explain. Your rise will carry both the quiet confidence of the spiritually aligned and the awe of those who recognize the unmistakable hand of God at work. Some may feel shock, some may feel awe, and some may feel a stirring that something extraordinary has shifted before their very eyes. Picture it now. A path that was once shadowed is illuminated. Opportunities that seemed distant now appear within reach. Seeds that were planted in seasons of struggle are beginning to bear fruit. Not gradually, not as a trickle, but as a surge, a release of the abundance and favor that have been quietly accumulating in your life. Every hardship, every delay, every season of unseen preparation has been shaping you to receive this moment fully, to step into it with confidence, clarity, and faith. And while this chapter brings blessing, it also brings responsibility. The power that is being released into your life is not for comfort alone, it is for purpose. You are being positioned to carry influence, to act decisively, and to reflect the divine character through your choices. The anointing upon your life will be recognized, even if silently at first, by those who have long wondered why your path has seemed distinct. The authority, favor, and alignment that are now converging will testify to the faithfulness of God, showing that He who began this work in you will also complete it in glorious fulfillment. Yet the most profound part of this prophecy is not what others will see. It is what your own heart will experience, a deep, undeniable confirmation that you are exactly where you were meant to be. The unseen barriers will fall away. The invisible chains that held back your full expression will release. And in that release, a new narrative emerges. A narrative of divine authorship, precision timing, and unshakable purpose. So remain attentive. Remain sensitive to the movements around you. What is coming is unmistakably real. It is not a fleeting moment or a minor shift. It is a profound turning point. And as it unfolds, you will begin to see the tapestry of your life illuminated in a way that makes every previous struggle, every season of waiting, every unanswered question suddenly make sense. The prophecy is clear. Your next chapter will astonish, not because of chance, but because God Himself is writing it, and every stroke of the divine pen is intentional, beautiful, and eternal. As this chapter unfolds, it is vital to understand the spiritual heartbeat behind it. Life is never just a series of random events. Each moment, each encounter, each season of waiting carries a hidden purpose, a sacred pattern that forms the architecture of your destiny. What you are experiencing now is more than timing. It is a divine principle in motion. Every closed door, every challenge, every season of silence has been teaching you lessons that are invisible to the human eye, but essential to your soul. Think of your journey as a tapestry. From the outside, it may appear fragmented threads of disappointment, frustration, uncertainty, and delayed promises. Yet from the perspective of heaven, every thread is being woven with deliberate precision. The colors, the textures, the interlacing of joy and pain all contribute to the masterpiece that is your life. The spiritual meaning behind this prophecy is not merely to prepare you for visible change. It is to awaken you to the truth that God's timing is perfect. His plan is meticulous, and your alignment is critical. Your transformation is rooted in principle. Every trial, every moment of uncertainty is designed to reveal a deeper truth about who you are in God. You have been learning patience not as a passive state, but as a vessel for divine strength. You have been cultivating faith not as a hopeful wish, but as an unshakable foundation that will hold you steady when the breakthroughs come. You have been prepared, refined, and positioned to recognize the sacred patterns in your life, to see how every season of silence carries seeds of abundance. Every struggle carries the spark of revelation, and every waiting period carries the momentum for your next chapter. Consider the imagery of seasons. Winter brings rest, reflection, and endurance. Spring brings awakening, new growth, and anticipation. Summer brings fruition, strength, and action. Fall brings harvest, alignment, and revelation. Your life has been moving through seasons unseen by the world, but fully visible to the one who orchestrates time itself. The lessons of each season converge to prepare you for this new chapter. A chapter that will not just surprise others, but confirm in your own heart that you have been seen, known, and prepared from the beginning. There is also a spiritual principle of doors and thresholds at work. Some doors have closed to redirect you. Some doors have remained closed to protect you, and some doors have stayed open to refine your patience. The opening that is now coming is both literal and symbolic, a gateway to purpose, calling, and destiny. As you step through it, your perception will shift. You will see the interconnectedness of all that has come before, and you will recognize the divine fingerprints on every encounter, every challenge, and every blessing. This prophecy also carries the principle of elevation. It is not simply about reward, it is about transformation. Elevation in God's plan is always paired with refinement, responsibility, and awareness. You are being positioned not just to receive, but to reflect. Your next chapter will illuminate more than your life alone. It will shine as a testimony to the unseen workings of heaven, to the faithfulness that carries you through the invisible storms, and to the purpose that is greater than mere human understanding. And finally, understand that this moment is an invitation. It is an invitation to awaken fully to the spiritual truths that govern your life, to embrace the divine authority within you, and to step courageously into the unfolding story with clarity, confidence, and unwavering faith. Your journey is not random. It is a sacred narrative, and every detail matters. The deeper meaning here is simple yet profound. God is orchestrating every movement of your life, so that when this new chapter is revealed, it will not merely be seen as success or blessing. It will be understood as divine orchestration, a spiritual masterpiece of timing, faith, and destiny. As the new chapter approaches, you may begin to notice subtle shifts, signs that the divine is actively moving in your life, even before the full revelation becomes visible. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations, gentle nudges from heaven, pointing you toward alignment, readiness, and awareness. Pay attention for the spiritual language of confirmation. Speak softly, yet it resonates deeply in the heart of those who are listening. First, you may feel a sense of clarity where confusion once ruled. Decisions that once seemed overwhelming or unclear suddenly become illuminated. You find yourself understanding situations and people in ways that were previously beyond your perception. This clarity is a divine compass guiding your steps toward the season you are about to enter. Second, doors that were previously closed may begin to open. These openings are not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes they appear as small opportunities, unexpected connections, or unplanned encounters that carry weight far beyond what you can measure in the moment. Take these openings seriously. They are markers of divine alignment and proof that heaven is orchestrating the next steps of your journey. Third, there is a stirring within your spirit, a restlessness or inner excitement that feels electric. It is not anxiety. It is the resonance of God's timing brushing against your soul. This internal vibration is confirmation that your life is moving toward a new narrative, one written with precision, purpose, and divine intention. Fourth, you may notice repeated patterns, symbols or messages appearing in your life. Numbers, words, or encounters that seem too consistent to ignore. These are spiritual signposts, reminders that you are seen, known, and guided by a hand far greater than your own. They confirm that what has been promised is already in motion, even if it is not yet fully realized. Fifth, relationships and alliances may shift. People who once discouraged or misunderstood you may now begin to support or acknowledge your path. Divine timing often rearranges connections to prepare the right environment for your next chapter. Trust these shifts. They are confirmations that heaven is aligning your external world with your internal calling. Sixth, there may be moments of divine peace in the midst of uncertainty. Even when circumstances seem unpredictable or challenging, you feel a deep reassurance that everything is unfolding according to God's plan. This inner calm is one of the most profound signs that you are on the right path, and that the next chapter is already being written for you. Take notice of these confirmations. Write them down. Speak them aloud. Allow them to anchor your faith and strengthen your readiness. They are both proof and encouragement, whispering that the movement of God is real, deliberate, and personal. Every sign is a thread connecting your present season to the next, a reminder that what is coming is not by chance, but by divine design. As much as this new chapter brings anticipation and hope, it is important to recognize that the path ahead will not be without its hidden challenges. These obstacles are not meant to punish you, nor are they signs of failure. They are tests refining your faith, strengthening your spirit, and preparing you to fully embrace the blessings that are already on their way. Some challenges may appear as delays. You may feel as though doors that once seemed certain are slowing, or that opportunities are postponed for reasons you cannot yet understand. These delays are not denials. They are seasons of preparation designed to equip you with patience, resilience, and discernment. Trust that each pause is intentional, a divine recalibration that aligns every detail before your breakthrough arrives. Other challenges may come as opposition from unexpected sources. Relationships, environments, or circumstances that once felt supportive may now resist your movement. This resistance is a sign that your path carries significance. It is a confirmation that the favor you are moving toward is powerful enough to be noticed by forces that oppose growth. Rather than fear, let these challenges deepen your reliance on God's guidance, remembering that opposition often precedes elevation. You may also encounter internal struggles, doubts, fears, or moments of questioning your own worthiness. These internal tests are equally sacred. They reveal the areas where faith must rise above uncertainty, where your trust in God's plan must outweigh your understanding. Know that these moments are temporary, and they exist only to stretch your spirit so that you can fully embrace what is coming without hesitation or hesitation. Even in the midst of these trials, encouragement is available. You are not navigating these challenges alone. Divine wisdom is continually at work, offering insight, clarity, and strength exactly when you need it. Every test has a purpose: to build endurance, to sharpen discernment, and to fortify your heart, so that when the new chapter fully unfolds, you step into it with confidence, peace, and unwavering faith. The hidden challenges are in reality sacred rehearsals. They prepare you for the visible manifestation of your destiny. They teach lessons that will only be understood when the breakthrough arrives, revealing that every struggle was essential, every obstacle necessary, and every moment of tension a tool of refinement. As you face these challenges, remember, they are temporary, they are purposeful, and they are not greater than the one who guides you. With every test, your spirit grows stronger, your faith becomes deeper, and your readiness for the next chapter becomes undeniable. Embrace the challenges as part of the journey, knowing that beyond them lies a season of revelation, empowerment, and divine fulfillment that has been waiting for you all along. Now, as the next chapter approaches, it is crucial to take intentional steps, not to force the outcome, but to align yourself fully with the divine flow that is already at work. These instructions are sacred. They are not mere suggestions. They are a roadmap for spiritual readiness, an invitation to participate in the unfolding of your destiny with clarity, purpose, and faith. First, cultivate a posture of attentiveness. Pay close attention to the subtle whispers of your spirit. The divine speaks not always in thunderous declarations, but in quiet, persistent nudges. Listen to your intuition, the stirring of your heart, the moments when insight arises in unexpected ways. These are not coincidences, they are signposts guiding your next steps. Document them, reflect on them, and respond to them with intentionality. Second, commit to spiritual clarity through prayer and meditation. Your heart is the vessel that receives the next chapter. If it is cluttered with doubt, fear, or unresolved past pain, the fullness of the blessings may pass by unnoticed. Create space within yourself for divine instruction. Seek guidance daily, speak openly with God, and remain in a posture of humility and expectation. In these moments, you will receive both insight and courage to act decisively when opportunity arrives. Third, examine your environment and associations. Surround yourself with those who reflect faith, integrity, and alignment with the higher purpose. Release influences that drain your spirit, discourage your calling, or distract from your destiny. Divine instruction often comes through people and circumstances, and as these realign, you will notice support and favor appearing in unexpected places. Be willing to adjust, to let go, and to trust the process, knowing that alignment is a necessary step toward fulfillment. Fourth, take action even in small ways. Faith without action remains dormant, and preparation without movement delays the manifestation of purpose. These actions do not need to be grand. They need to be intentional, consistent, and faithful. Whether it is finishing projects, initiating conversations, or making choices that reflect your values, and calling every deliberate step signals readiness to heaven and prepares the path for breakthroughs. Fifth, maintain a posture of gratitude. Even in the waiting, give thanks. Gratitude is a spiritual amplifier, shifting your perception from limitation to possibility. It magnifies the unseen favor, reinforces faith, and opens your heart to receive the fullness of what is already prepared. Speak gratitude over every area of your life for provision, protection, guidance, and even for the challenges that refine and strengthen you. Sixth, protect your energy and focus. The next chapter is precious, and distractions can dilute your readiness. Set boundaries around your time, your attention, and your commitments. Prioritize what aligns with your spiritual calling and purpose. This is not selfishness. It is sacred stewardship of the life and destiny God has entrusted to you. Finally, trust the timing and remain steadfast. Every preparation, every instruction, every moment of alignment is meaningful. Trust that the unseen orchestration is perfectly timed. Do not rush, do not force, and do not despair in the waiting. Step forward with confidence, knowing that divine instruction is always coupled with divine timing. And when the appointed moment arrives, every action, every prayer, and every effort will converge into a powerful, unmistakable manifestation. By embracing these instructions, you are not only preparing for what is coming, you are participating actively in the unfolding of your divine story.